Interview 1.
Welcome to World of Flavors. Today, we're discussing the history of coffee and how it has become a global phenomenon with Ms. Laura, a coffee historian. Ms. Laura, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Coffee is one of the most popular beverages in the world. Can you tell us how coffee became so widespread?
Coffee has a long history that dates back to the 15th century in Ethiopia. It was originally discovered by a goat herder who noticed that his goats became more energetic after eating coffee cherries. From Ethiopia, coffee spread to the Arabian Peninsula where it became part of the daily culture. By the 17th century, coffee had reached Europe where coffee houses became popular social hubs. The drink quickly gained popularity due to its stimulating effects, and by the 18th century, coffee plantations had been established in colonies around the world, including the Caribbean, Central America, and Southeast Asia.
How did coffee influence cultures globally?
Coffee has played a significant role in shaping social and cultural practices. In many countries, coffee houses became important meeting places for intellectuals, writers, and politicians. For example, in England, coffee houses were called penny universities because, for the price of a penny, one could listen to stimulating conversations and debates. Similarly, in the Middle East, coffee houses became venues for discussing politics and culture. Even today, coffee remains a central part of daily life in many cultures.
How has the coffee industry changed in modern times?
The coffee industry has undergone significant changes. In recent decades, we've seen a rise in specialty coffee and a focus on ethical sourcing. Consumers are more interested in where their coffee comes from, how it's grown, and who benefits from its production. This has led to an increase in fair trade and organic coffee options. Additionally, coffee culture has expanded with the rise of coffee chains like Starbucks, making coffee more accessible to people around the world. Interview 2.
Welcome to Sports Psychology Today. We're here with Dr. Michael, a sports psychologist, to talk about motivation in athletes. Dr. Michael, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Motivation is a key factor in an athlete's success. Can you explain the different types of motivation athletes experience?
Absolutely. Motivation generally falls into two categories: intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation comes from within the athlete, such as the personal satisfaction of improving skills or achieving goals. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from external factors, such as rewards, recognition, or pressure from coaches and fans. Both types of motivation are important, but research suggests that athletes who are more intrinsically motivated tend to have longer and more successful careers because they find the process itself rewarding, rather than relying solely on external validation.
What role does mindset play in maintaining motivation?
Mindset is crucial. Athletes with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can improve through hard work and perseverance. This mindset helps them stay motivated, even when they face setbacks or challenges. In contrast, athletes with a fixed mindset may give up more easily because they believe their abilities are static and cannot change. Helping athletes develop a growth mindset is one of the key roles of sports psychologists.
How can athletes maintain their motivation over time, especially when they experience losses or injuries?
It's important for athletes to set realistic goals and focus on small achievements. Celebrating small wins can help them stay motivated, even during difficult times. Additionally, having a strong support system, whether it's from coaches, teammates, or family, can help athletes stay focused and motivated. Athletes should also remind themselves of why they started playing their sport in the first place. Reconnecting with their passion can reignite their intrinsic motivation.
Interview 3.
Welcome to Language Matters. Today, we're talking about the benefits of learning a second language with Dr. Emily, a linguist and language acquisition expert. Dr. Emily, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Travel has changed dramatically over the past century. Can you give us an overview of how the tourism industry has evolved?
Travel used to be something only the wealthy could afford, and it was often done for purposes like business or exploration. However, with the advent of modern transportation, especially the development of commercial airlines in the mid-20th century, travel became more accessible to the average person. The tourism industry began to grow rapidly as people sought leisure and adventure. The rise of package tour in the 1960s and 70s made it easier for families to travel abroad. More recently, the rise of low-cost airlines and online booking platforms has made international travel even more affordable and accessible to millions of people.
How has the purpose of travel shifted over time?
Originally, travel was primarily for exploration or trade. However, over time, it became more focused on leisure and relaxation. People travel not just to see new places, but to experience different cultures, try new foods, and participate in activities they might not have access to at home. Adventure tourism, ecotourism, and cultural tourism have all grown in popularity in recent years. The focus has shifted from merely visiting a place to having an immersive experience.
What trends do you see in the future of tourism?
Sustainability is becoming a major trend in the travel industry. More travelers are concerned about their environmental impact, and many are choosing destinations and activities that are eco-friendly. Additionally, the rise of digital nomadism, where people work remotely while traveling, is reshaping the way we think about travel. People are no longer just vacationing for a few weeks, they're living and working in different countries for extended periods. I believe we'll see more emphasis on responsible and sustainable tourism in the coming years.